trunks, they ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Okay, this video is going to be a response to Stevie Breach about The Rock's last match. Now, I was listening to the Wrestling Observer from Monday. They reviewed Raw, and then they had a little update on The Rock's surgery, and apparently he did an interview, and I guess with Dave, and he pretty much asked him, flat out, Dave's like, what do you think, your plans are? And Rock, apparently, he wasn't shy about telling Dave the whole story about what was going to happen after WrestleMania on Raw, where he was supposed to set up a program with Brock and how he was supposed to face Brock in next year's WrestleMania. But now with the surgery, plans could change. Now, Rock had his surgery a couple days ago. You saw the picture if you guys follow him on Facebook or Twitter. He posted the picture of him doing the double flex in a hospital bed. This kind of leaves a lot of questions, to ask, because does The Rock really need to come back and have that one last match? Because to me, I don't feel, as much as The Rock's been great, I'm one of those people who have gone on record saying The Rock doesn't care about wrestling. The Rock did this to the fans. The Rock did that to the fans. But I really ended up eating my words after when he came back at WrestleMania 28 and he tore the house down and he did what The Rock does best, and that's entertain. The night after, he did the same thing. He cut this amazing promo to open the show saying that he's going to win the WWE title and walk down that aisle as champion, and lo and behold, that's what he did. And he had a great feud with CM Punk, and he had a great match with John Cena the next year. But now, when you look at the long picture, The Rock had one tag team match, one Cena match, 2 Punk matches, so that's 4, and then 5 was the WrestleMania 29 match. 5 matches in 2 years, and 2 of those 5 matches he got injured in. Now, The Rock is so big, it's no secret. When you're that big, your bones are pretty much, they break easily. And it's no secret, it's been like that. So we got guys like Batista, guys like Triple H, John Cena in some cases. They are just so gigantic and that their bones kind of shatter. And to repair them takes longer than usual because there's so much bone to maintain, so much bone to rebuild. And The Rock has a movie coming up for Hercules that I don't know if he already pushed back, but he is, I know there's talks about him pushing the movie because he's not able to do, he's not able to act, because literally what happened was his midsection, I'm not going to show you guys, the midsection got torn off. His abs got torn off from the pelvis area. And I guess there was a hernia involved as well. Now, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds pretty painful. I don't know the logistics of it, but to know that your abs are torn away from your pelvis is pretty significant enough for me to know that that's not any walk in the park injury. Now, when you look at it, The Rock's I think he was number 4 highest paid actor in Hollywood. Just behind Keanu Reeves, probably Tom Cruise, and someone else. Leonardo DiCaprio. So he doesn't need the money. He can fully hang up his boots and not look back ever again. And I thought he did the same, but he came back and he, I guess, had that one last run. But did he really have that one last run, that he can say that, what, this is it, you guys, this is my last hurrah, this is my last time walking down the aisle as an active wrestler, much like Shawn Michaels had, much like Ric Flair had, he kind of had, and Stone Cold Steve Austin as well. The Rock hasn't really had that one defining, see you later moment. I thought WrestleMania 28 would have been that perfect thing, but he came back, he had a little 1-year run, but now his career is kind of in the balance. And what do I personally think that he will come back at WrestleMania 30? He's hurting now and maybe doesn't want to do it right now, doesn't feel that's worth it. But I think when the time comes, I'm sure he'll be at WrestleMania 30 and face Brock Lesnar like plans were supposed to be. But let's say he wasn't supposed to come back. Let's say he would just go on record and say, you know what, I don't want to face Brock because, I don't know, I don't want to face Brock. Although I'll have one more match, but it won't be this year, it'll be next year. Let's say WrestleMania 31. What would I have The Rock do for his last match, for his last run? When I think of The Rock, I think of one person, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock and Austin defined an era of wrestling that I think no one else has duplicated to this day. For me, the late 90s was solely built on the feud between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and before that you had Hogan and Andre, Hogan and Warrior, Shawn and Brett, just those iconic feuds. And I think that Rock and Austin pretty much defined an era. And for those two to come back, and Austin's he said he's in the best shape he's ever been in a long time. And The Rock's, obviously in great shape. And you put those two together one last time, people want to pay to see Austin for one, but paid more to see Austin face Rock and relive those glory days one more time. So I would, for me, that would be the one dream match, to have them both come back, both do what they need to do, both, because I'm sure they've talked about it themselves. I remember the Hall of Fame when Rock was inducting his grandfather, everyone was chanting one more match. I would love to see it, just Rock and Austin one more time, WrestleMania 31, if Rock were to have that one last match. But WrestleMania 30, I'm sure is going to happen. He'll come back, he'll face Brock, and it'll be great. Brock goes in as maybe WWE champion, Rock faces him for the title. Who knows? But all I know is WrestleMania 30 is looking pretty stacked compared to 29. As of right now, I guess you got two matches that are kind of already set in, well, not set in stone, but I would like to see set in stone. That'd be Cena versus The Streak. It's not even against The Undertaker anymore. It's against The Streak. It's Cena versus The Streak and Rock versus Brock. But that's my thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video.